Hello, welcome to another video on the channel. Retro is the name, where retro football is the game, bringing you the best in retro football from the 80s, 90s and noughties. So we've got a bit of a different video today. We've got some bit of mobile gaming. So this is a football game that I've been playing a little bit over the last, I'd probably say over the last year or so. It's changed a lot in that time, and it's called Retro Football Management. And this is the recent version, 25 version. So in this, you can open a game slot, and I'll just explain it. So you can play in all these leagues here, and you can pretty much play in every single season up until, we're down to 1974-75 for Spain. It's a little bit, yeah, they're all, so it's what, 40 years, 50 years, isn't it? So each one, there are some that are unlocked. The other ones, you either have to complete a challenge, or you can purchase it. I mean, it's not something I would probably do, but so the leagues: England, Spain, Italy, Germany, France, Scotland, Turkey, Portugal, Netherlands, Switzerland, Argentina, Mexico, Brazil, USA. So yeah, it's a game. I say I've been playing a little bit recently, and I've played it not too long after it first got launched, and it was a lot different to what it is now. So I'm gonna choose a random country and see how we get on. So on this first episode, I am going to do Italy. So let's go to Italy, and we will do, of course, a retro season. So I think it's every 10 years on this that you can actually do without it being like an upgrade of such. So I'm going to do the 94-95 season in Italy. Prime kind of time when Serie A was probably up there as being the top league in the world, really, with the teams and the players that were kind of in the league. And after much deliberation, I've decided to go Parma, probably one of the best teams in Serie A in the 90s that did not win a Serie A. So I'm going to go into this, sign a contract, and see if we can win a Serie A. Make sure to drop a like on the video. So it's a bit of a new video. I'm trying to get some more of these out. Let me know in the comments if anyone would like a particular team or a particular season, and I'll make it happen. So this is the kind of the main screen where you do everything. I'm gonna try to keep the squads as it is, and not, because the kind of the temptation is to pretty much sell all the kind of like bad players and then just buy a load of really good players. But I want to keep it fairly realistic. I'll only sign players as the game goes along, rather than doing it at the start of the season. So let's go to manage squad. So that in this one you can look at the players. So got Giovanni Galli, who's the main keeper, but then obviously got the very young Gianluca Buffon, 16, and a third keeper there, Luca Bucci. And then defence, you've got Roberto Ciccini, the Argentinian player, Fernando Couto, the Portuguese player, and a couple of other players, like Apolloni, Benarivo, who later went on to play for Juventus, and a few youngsters. And then I'm also going to the midfielders, so Thomas Brolin there, the Swede, who had a very successful time at Parma, before then moving on to Leeds United and not particularly doing that great. And then you've got Faustino Asprilla, who had a slightly better time in Premier League for a few seasons with Newcastle. Got Dino Baggio there. I got Massimo Creeper as well, who's an Italian international. Got Stefano Fiore as well, who later went on to play for Italy. And then strikers, we got Gianfranco Zola, who went on to play in the Premier League, of course, for Chelsea, and had a very successful time there. And also Marco Branca, who also played in the Premier League for later in the 90s for Middlesbrough, but unlike Zola, didn't particularly do that great. So I'm looking at the squad already, and I'm thinking probably another striker is going to be needed. But rather than use the transfer at the start of the season, throughout the game, as you'll see, you can buy players in between games. So if a really good striker comes up, I'm going to purchase it. So I'll get the daily gift.
Right, so I've just seen this comment and I'm going to reply to it. That tester app doesn't work, I only made 50. Well, surely if you made 50
on this game, you do have to kind of
does work. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I basically posted a video talking about this app where you can get paid to test out games. If you guys wanted to get this app, by the way, I've tagged the TikTok account for the app in the caption of that video. So if you click on that, you can access the app from there.
So let me know in the comments,
available as well, and
if you'd like me to
up to £80 per task. They pay out.
Shut that girl up. So let me know in the comments if you'd like me to pick a particular team or a particular league, and I will make sure I do a video on that. I'm going to try and use this app as much as possible, this game I should say. Make sure to check it out if you haven't already, if you haven't heard of it before. It's available on Android, Google, and I think it'll be available in the App Store. I'm not 100% sure. I only really deal with kind of the Google Store really, but I'm pretty sure it'll be available on both. So let's play a match, I think. So yeah, you've got all these here. You've got Challenge Hub and like leaderboards and stuff, so I'm not going to deal too much with them. So there you've got your manager profiles. Obviously you'd move that up the longer you played. That's the shop. You can buy all the stuff on that. We'll buy kind of all these players here, prime players, Beckenbauer, Cafu. But again, I don't think I'm going to do that. The possibility that maybe in the future I might progress this into more of a challenge where maybe I could buy a player or sell a player. But we're just going to play it as it is at the moment. They got the season objective. So Parma's season objective in this is to finish in the top 8 in year 1. I kind of do want to win the league, to be fair. So at this table, got all the Serie A, Serie B, Serie C, and there's also a cup in this. And you do have Europe in this as well, so I will be, I think, in the UEFA Cup in this. So let's go on with it. There's a transfer list. That's where you buy all your players. 95 million for Paolo Maldini. That's a lot. Poor Gascoigne as well. Remember, he would have been in the Lazio team at this time. So let's play the first game and see how we get on. So here's the setup for kind of pre-match day. So my first game is against Cremonese away. So you get to choose your starting lineup, and then you also get to choose kind of how you play. So defensive, neutral, or offensive. So I think it's first game of the season. We're going to have to play offensive against a side who I don't think are that good. Their stats aren't that great. So let's pick my team. So although I'm tempted to give Buffon a first game, I'm going to go with Galli with the highest rating. Buffon, I think, the further you go into the game, will get better. So I'm going to do a 4-4-2, I think. Keep it fairly traditional. So Sensini, Couto, Musi, and Apollini. Then midfield, I'm going to go Brolin, Asprilla, Dino Baggio, and Creeper. And then up front, I'm going to go Zola and Branca. Then you have to pick a captain as well. So I'm going to pick Couto, I think, as a captain. Accept team. So yeah, look at the ratings there. I'm better on all defence, midfield, and forwards there by a considerable margin, especially the midfield. So let's play the match. So this is the match engine, you could say. So you've got commentary there, stats, squad, and then you can kind of change the speed of the game. So I'm going to go to just maximum game, just whiz through the game and see how I get on. And not a great start, I don't think, unless I get something back here. Got 10 points for making a substitution, but it's defeat in the opening game against Cremonese. It's not a great best start. So yeah, all the fixtures, all the results come up in that, and then this is kind of your match day finances. So I lost 1.2 million there, but it was an away game, so Then you go to Scout Report. So these are the players you can buy. I can either buy Steve Archibald from East 5 FC, or I can buy Roger Lutz from FC Kaiserslautern. I don't think I'm going to buy any of them players. So I'm in the Europa League, and I'm playing PSV, Maritimo, and Motherwell. So that'll be decent. So we're just going straight into another match, and it's a home game against Bari. So I'm going to go offensive again because I feel as though I have to. Let's go. I'm going to change. So obviously these percentages are their kind of fitness, so these kind of fluctuate. I'm going to stay the same, I think, and just see if I can pick up a victory here. What have I not done? Yeah, I can set the team. There we go. Oh, I must have someone either injured or... There we go. They're very subtle sometimes, but yeah, I got Asprilla injured. I'm not too sure for how long. So I'm going to Gabriel Pin. He's going to come in for Asprilla. And let's see if I can win the second game. It's a bit better. Got an early goal. Goals for Branca and Brolin. Parma have won by 2-0, so not bad. Second game. Got extra points here. Challenge completed for a clean sheet. Match there. Juventus beat AC Milan 3-0. So good finances again. This time 1.2 million. So the money I lost from that first game, I've actually won on that one. So, and yeah, the game, no one really there either. My budget is just over 20.5 million. So it's not an amazing budget. I'm not going to get anyone from there, I don't think. I've been drawn at home to FC Crotone in the round of 64 of the what would in real life be called the Coppa Italia. So I'm going to play one more match, and then that'll be kind of episode 1. I'll try and what I might do is I might whiz through a few games, and then kind of do a bit of a recap before playing some more games. So we'll do one more game, and this is Sampdoria. So a Sampdoria team. Walter Zenga, Mihailovic there, Ruud Gullit, David Platt, Roberto Mancini, Antilio Lombardo. So I'm going to be neutral for this, I think, and see. Yeah, I'm going to Branca out. I think I'm going to play 4-5-1 and play a little bit kind of more, because Sampdoria are one of the best sides in this, and I feel as though I'm going to get... Yeah, that wasn't great. It was kind of expected, really. I didn't really... Yeah, 2-0 defeat. My first defeat. So it'll be a second defeat of the season. 3 games in. So let's just have a look. I'll go into all this. So, Johan Miku, Khan, Orozio, and Oscar. So let's go into the table before we end the episode. So I am currently down in 12th place after 3 games. Lazio and Sampdoria there, 3 wins out of 3. They look like they're going to be the front runners of the season. But yeah, my fortunes might change in the next episode. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. There'll be an episode 2 coming up very soon. As I say, I'm going to play a few matches, maybe get it to like halfway of the season, and then do a little recap and see how I've got on in all the competitions. Make sure to drop a like on the video. Bit of a different video, bit of mobile gaming on the channel. Follow us if you're new to make sure you do not miss the rest of the series. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.